Hi everyone, I am Romy Fuvasis III and this is my Calculus Integral tutorial video. So I'm currently a first year civil engineering student in Northwest Samar State University. And this video is part of my summer class major course output. So I'll be discussing 4 major topics in integral: the logarithmic integration, the trigonometric transformation, the inverse trigonometric integration, and the integration by parts. So let's not waste any more time and get straight into the discussion. So the first thing that I'll be discussing is the logarithmic integration. Logarithmic integration has a simple rule, which is simply just the integral of du over u is equals to the natural log of u plus c. So we will use the logarithmic integration rule when we see the functions has its numerator the derivative of its denominator. So let's see, for example, we have the integral of dx over x. Feel free to pause the video and try to solve the problems yourself. Now, the answer of this is, we see the denominator x, the derivative of our denominator x is equals to dx. So we have our numerator as the derivative of our numerator, thus we will use the logarithmic integration. So the answer of this will be just the natural log of x, and don't forget to add the constant, which is c. So this will be our answer. Now let's try another example. Let's say the integral of 2x over x squared plus 1. You can solve the problems yourself. So we see that our denominator here, the integral of our denominator is equals to 2x dx. 2x dx. Thus, we will use the logarithmic integration rule here, and this will be equals to the natural log of x squared plus 1 plus c. Now, this will be our answer. So, let's try another harder example. Let's say we have the integral of tan x. Now for this problem, we will use the trigonometric identities. So tan x is equals to sin x over cos x. So this will be equals to sin x over cos x. Now our denominator is cos x, and the derivative of the cos x is equals to negative sin x. Thus is equals to negative sin x. Thus we're missing negative here, so we'll put negative there, and we will balance negative on we'll balance it with a negative outside. So now we have this function. We can use the logarithmic integration rule here. So this will be equals to negative natural log of cos x plus x plus c. Plus c. Now, let's try another example. Let's say we have the integral of 6x squared over x raised to 3 plus 2 dx. So we may notice that the derivative of our denominator is not equal to our numerator. So we will use the u substitution here. So our u will be x cubed plus 2, and our derivative of u will be equals to 3x squared dx. Now we will move the 6 to the outside of the functions, and we will multiply this by 3, so that it will be equals to this. Our x cubed plus 2 will be equals to 3x squared plus 3x squared dx. So this will be equals to 6 integral of 3x integral of x squared dx over x cubed plus 2. Now we will multiply the 3, and to balance it out, we will put 1/3 outside of the functions. So this now will become the derivative of our denominator. So we will use the logarithmic rule now. So now this will become 6/3 natural log of x cubed plus 2 plus c. To simplify that, this will become 2 natural log of x cubed plus 2 plus c. So now this will become our answer. So let's have another harder example next. Let's say we have the integral of tan x. So feel free to solve this problem. So for this problem, we will use the trigonometric identities. So tan x is equals to sin x over cos x. So we will substitute that. This will be equals to sin x over cos x. Now you may notice that the derivative of cos x is equals to negative sin x dx. Thus we're missing just a negative here, so we'll put negative there, and to balance it, we will put negative outside of the functions. So now we can use logarithmic rule here. So this will become negative natural log cos x dx. And don't forget this constant plus c. So now this will be our answer for this problem. Now for our next topic, which is the trigonometric transformations. So when you integrate functions of power of sine, cosine, or other trig functions, you often need to use identities to simplify first before integrating to make it easier. So kung nahirapan ka i-integrate ang isang functions, pwede kang gumamit ng mga identities para mas mapadali yung pag-integrate mo sa functions na yan. So for example, we have the integral of sine cube x dx. Now, what we will do is to separate the sine squared and use the identity, which is sine squared x is equals to 1 minus cos squared x. So this will become 1 minus cos squared x times sine x dx. Now we can use the power rule here. We have the u as 1 minus cos squared x, and our du, which is sin x dx. So the derivative of this is equals to positive sine 2 sine x. We're missing 2 here, so we'll add 2 here, and we're gonna balance it with 1/2 outside of the functions. So this will become 1/2 integral of 1 minus cos squared x 2 sine x dx. 2 sine x dx. Now let's integrate. This will become 1/2 the u and 1 plus 1, which is 1 minus cos 2x cos squared x squared over 2. Then we'll simplify. This will become 1/4 1 minus cos squared x squared plus c. So this will become our answer for this problem. Now another example is the integral of tan squared x. Now feel free to pause the video and solve these problems for yourself. So what will we do here is we'll use the Pythagorean identities. Now we know that tan squared x is equals to 6 squared x minus 1. So let's substitute that. This will be 6 squared x minus 1 dx. Now let's separate these two. This will be the integral of 6 squared x minus the integral of dx. So now what will we do is we know that 6 squared x, the integral of 6 squared x is equals to tan x. So this will become tan x minus the integral of dx is simply just x, and then add the constant. So now this will become our answer. So let's try another example. Let's integrate the 1 minus cos 4x over 1 plus cos 4x dx. Now we know that this function here is equals to the tan squared 2x using the identities. So let's substitute that. This will become tan squared 2x dx. Now we can use the Pythagorean identity also, which then this will become 6 squared 2x minus 1. So that will become 6 squared 2x minus 1 times dx. Now we can integrate this both. Let's separate them. This will become 6 squared 2x minus the integral of dx, and now we can integrate these two, and this will become tan 2x over 2 minus x plus c. So now this is the answer for our problems, which is the 1 minus cos 4x over 1 plus cos 4x. So now let's try for a much harder example. Let's integrate sin squared x times cos squared x dx. So anong gagawin natin dito? So makikita natin na sin squared x and cos squared x ay merong identities. Sin squared x is equals to 1 minus cos 2x over 2, or or 1/2 wow, 1/2 1 times 1 minus cos 2x cos 2x, that is equals to sin 2x, and the cos 2x naman is equal siya ng 1/2 times 1 plus cos 2x. So, i-substitute natin ang mga valueng to at i-multiply natin sila. So, let's do that. Now, this will become the integral of 1 minus cos 2x over 2 times 1 plus cos 2x over 2 times dx. Tapos pagkatapos naman yan ay i-multiply natin yung dalawang to. So this will become 1 minus cos squared 2x over 4 times dx. Now that we have this function which is 1 minus cos squared 2x over 4, so this cos squared 2x is equals to 1 plus cos 4x over 2. So we will substitute that, we will change that. So this will become integral of 1 minus 1 times 1 minus cos 4x over 2 over 4 dx. Then we will combine this, yung nasa taas, yung combine natin yan sila. So maging ano na yan, ganito, 2. So this one we will multiply by 2 para magkaroon din ng denominator na 2. Then that will become 2 minus 1 minus cos 4x, or just 1 minus cos 4x. So this will become 1 minus cos 4x over 2 over 2. Or this, we'll just combine this both. That will become 4. That will become 4. Yeah. Over 4 over 2 over 4. We'll just combine this both, and that will become 8. Just 8 there times dx. Then we will integrate this now. We will separate natin tong dalawang to, bali maging ganito na, integral of 1/8 dx minus the integral of 1/8 cos 4x dx. Tapos pag integrate na natin yan, maging x over 8 minus the integral of cos 4x is equals to sin 4x over 4. Thus maging ganito na to, 1 over 8 times sin 4x over 4, or is pag-simplify natin, maging x over 8 minus sin 4x over 32 plus c. So this will become our answer for that problem. let's continue with our discussion, which on the part of the inverse trigonometric integrals. So in inverse trigonometric integrals, we have three main formula to solve these inverse functions. So the first one is the arctan. So the integral of du over a squared plus u squared is equals to 1 over a arctan u over a plus c. So this is the first formula in inverse trigonometry, which is for the arctan. If you have this function here, if you have functions like this here. So now you may ask, what about the arccot? So arccot and arctan is may pagkakapareho sila. So yung sa arccot is lalagyan mo lang ng negative 1 dito. Kung may negative 1 dyan, ibig sabihin arccot yan. Pero pwede mo rin gawin negative arctan na lang dito. Maglagay ka lang ng negative dito. Pero maging parehas lang din naman yan. That's why we don't use arccot, we just focus more on the arctan. And now, the second formula is the arcsin. So, sa arcsin naman is integral of du over square root of a squared minus u squared is equals to arcsin u over a plus c. So, ito yung pangalawang formula. So, same din sa arctan kung bakit walang arccot. Sa arcsin naman, hindi natin ginagamit yung arccos kasi yung arccos is may negative lang din dito sa unahan. Tapos, pwede lang naman din natin lagyan ng negative dito sa arcsin na to. Tapos, maging parehas lang din naman yan. So, we use arcsin instead of arccos. Now, on the third formula is the arcsec. So, for the arcsec naman is integral of du over u times square root of u squared minus a squared is equals to 1 over a arcsec u over a plus c. So, ito yung pangalawang formula. So, same thing din sa kanina na di mo na kailangan ng arccosecant kasi ang arccosecant is may negative lang din dito sa unahan. Tapos, pwede mo na lang din lagyan ng negative. Gawin mo negative arc 1 over a is arcsec. So, lagyan mo lang ng negative dito. So, parehas lang din naman yan. That's why we only have two main formulas in inverse trigonometric integrals kasi di naman masyado nagagamit yung ibang tatlo. Yung tatlong talaga lang ito ang pinaka-importante. Kaya we should all memorize this one. We should all learn this one. So let's have an example for the arctangent. Let's integrate the dx over 4 plus x squared. So feel free to pause the video and solve it for yourself. So the integrals of this, so of course it's not the same as the arctangent, as the formula for the arctangent, which is supposed to be dx over a squared plus x squared. So they are not the same, right? So we have to transform this constant 4 into this. They should be the same. So what we'll do? We'll take its square root and squared the square root of 4. So it will be like, so the answer, we should transform it into like this, dx over 2 raised to 2 plus x squared. So now, nakikita na natin na parehas na silang dalawa. So pwede na natin gamitin yung arctangent formula dito. So this will be equals to dx dx over 2 squared plus x squared is equals to 1 over 2 arctangent x over 2 plus c. So this will be our answer for this problem. So let's have another example. Let's integrate x dx over square root of 9 minus x raised to 4. So kung makikita natin, ano sa tingin mo ang gagamitin nating formula dito? So arc sign, di ba? So yung arc sign is dapat integral of du over square root of a squared minus u squared. Pero yung a squared natin dito is this 9, ita-transform lang natin into square root of 9 raised to 2, which will become 3 raised to 2. Which will become like this, x dx over square root of 3 squared. Now dito tayo sa x4. So yung x raised to 4 natin ay dapat maging u raised to 2 lang. So ang gagawin natin dito is we'll take the square root of this x raised to 4 and square it. So magiging x squared raised to 2. Maging minus x squared raised to 2. So parehas na itong dalawa. Yung ito, pati yung ito is parehas na, diba? Pero gagamit na ba tayo ng arc sign dito? So pero may kulang pa dito tayo. Kasi in here, yung u mo is dapat yung integral ng u mo is nasa taas. Pero yung integral natin ng u natin dito is kulang yung sa taas, di ba? Yung integral ng x squared is 2x dx. So kulang ng 2 dito. So maglalagay tayo, magmo-multiply tayo ng 2 times 2 and magmo-multiply tayo sa labas ng 1/2 para mabalance. 1/2 and times 2 and maglalagay tayo sa labas ng 1/2 para mabalance. So yan, okay na, pwede na nating ma-integrate, di ba? So this will become 1/2 times 1/3 kasi 1/2 magmumultiply tayo ng 2 at maglalagay tayo sa labas ng 1/2 para ma-balance natin. So pwede na nating ma-integrate ito, di ba? So ang gagawin natin dito is magiging 1/2 arc sign x squared over 3 plus c. So ito na yung answer natin sa problem na yon. So let's have another example. Let's integrate the 3x plus 1 dx over x squared plus 2x plus 5. So kung sa una mong titignan parang hindi siya sa inverse trigonometric functions, di ba? Pero we will use algebra on the denominator to turn this into a inverse trigonometric function, integration. So, anong gagawin natin? So, ilalabas natin yung 1 dito para magkaroon tayo ng perfect squares, which is x squared plus 2x plus 1 and plus 4. So, we will do that. We will have dx plus 1 dx over x squared plus 2x plus 1 plus 4. That will be, tapos i-shortcut na lang natin, gawin na lang natin itong perfect square. That will be like this, x plus 1 squared plus 4. So, yung 4 naman is gagawin natin yung sa a para magkaroon tayo ng a squared. We'll turn 4 into square root of 4 raised to 2. So that will become 2. That will become 2 squared. Now we have these functions. So ano na sunod na gagawin natin? So i-separate natin silang dalawa. Here, di ba, ito yung 3x plus 1. I-separate natin silang dalawa para di tayo mahirapan. So magiging ganito to. Integral of 3x dx over x plus 1 squared plus 2 squared minus integral of dx over x plus 1 squared plus 2 squared. So, pansin mo dito, yung ito, pwede na natin gawing arctan. So, let's change natin to arctan. This will be negative 1, RA is 2, 1 over 2, arctan x plus RU is x plus 1, so that will be x plus 1 over 2 over 2. So ito na lang yung i-change natin dito. So anong gagawin natin dyan? So pansin nyo, pwede natin ilabas yung 3x dito, punta natin sa labas dito. So let's just move that for a bit. Let's put that here. So ayan na, so x dx na lang yung natitira. So anong gagawin dyan natin? So bawal naman siya sa inverse trigonometric functions, bawal din sa power rule. So ano pang nakikita mo? Sa logarithmic rule. Ito naman, balik natin to sa kanyang quadratic equation form. Balik natin. That will become x squared plus 2x plus 5. Now, the derivative of this denominator is 2x plus 2. And we just have here x only. So, kulang tayo. So, i-multiply mo yan ng 2x ng 2. Multiply mo ng 2 dito. Times 2. Tapos, kulang pa rin, diba? Pag multiply mo ng 2, magbabalance ka sa labas ng 2 naman. Magbabalance ka dito ng 2. Pag multiply mo dito, magbabalance ka naman sa labas ng 2. So lalagyan mo dito ng 2. Lalagyan mo dito sa labas ng 2. So maging 3/2 na yan. Tapos kulang pa rin, di ba? Dapat 2x plus 2. So maglalagay ka dito ng plus 2 and minus 2. Dito yan. So plus 2 and minus 2. So pansin mo, di ba? So kompleto na tayo. Nag-minus 2 ka kasi para mabalance, para maging plus 0 lang. Plus 0 lang siya para mabalance mo. So plus 2 minus 2. So yung minus 2 dito, ilabas mo ulit siya. So magiging ano to? Magiging ganito na. 3/2. So yung 2 dito is ilalabas mo ulit siya. So magiging ganito na. Maging 3/2 integral of 2x plus 2 dx over x squared plus 2x plus 5. Yung minus 2 naman, gagawin mo tong ganito. Minus 2. Labas na lang natin diretso. Maging 2 integral of dx. Tapos yung ito dito, dx. So bawal mo siya gamitin logarithmic rule. So babalik ka sa inverse trigonometric integration. So gagawin mo ulit yung denominator, yung para sa kanina, yung perfect square, x plus 1 squared plus 2 squared plus yung ganto arctan, yung dito plus dito, minus pala, minus 1/2 arctan x plus 1/2. So ito naman dito, gagawin mo siyang arctan ulit. So ang answer, so ito is magiging 2 arctan x 1/2. 2 times 1/2, magiging arctan lang siya. So arctan minus 1/2 arctan will be 1/2 arctan. So our answer will just be, yung ito i-transfer mo na siya to logarithmic form. Maging ano yan, maging 3/2 natural log of x squared plus 2x plus 5. Yung sa arctan naman, arctan minus 1/2 arctan is equals to 1/2 arctan plus 1/2 arctan of x plus 1 over 2 plus c. So don't forget the c. So this here right here now will be our answer for that problem. So always remember that, yun na pwede magkaroon ng logarithmic at magkaroon ng inverse integration sa isang problem. Pwede mo yung gawin. Now let's have another example for the arcsec. So let's integrate 2x dx over x squared times the square root of x squared minus 9. So what do you think we should do in here? So what do you think that we should do? So we should simplify, right? Let's divide this x squared divide x divide x squared will be x na lang dito sa baba. So that will be square root of 2 dx over x square root of x squared minus, tapos yung 9 naman is 9 natin ang ating a squared. So ang gagawin natin ito, we will take the square root of 9 then square it, so that will be 3 squared. So our u is the x, our u is the x, and our a is the 3 squared. So ang gagawin naman natin dito is we will derive the derivative of x is only dx, so yung 2 ilalabas natin yung 2, so ang magiging ganito to 2 integral of dx over x times square root of x squared minus 3 squared. So in this form, naka-standard form na siya, so pwede na natin gamitin yung arc secant. So this will become 2 times 1 over 3 that will become that, then arc secant x over 3 plus c. So now our answer will be like this for the problem. And now, let's move on to the last part of our discussions, which is the integration by part. So integration by part follows this rule. The integral of u dv is equals to u times v minus integral of v du. So gagamitin mo yung rule na to, yung formula na to, kapag makita mo yung functions is ganito siya. Yung u mo walang derivative, walang du. Tapos may dv ka pero wala kang yung integral ng dv. So two very different functions. So pag ganyan, ito yung gagamitin mo, integration by part. Now, to determine which is which, kung saan yung gagamitin mo yung u, meron tayong tinatawag na Layat rule. Meron tayong tinatawag na Layat rule. Layat. So what this Layat means is logarithmic functions, inverse trigonometric functions, and algebraic expressions and trigonometric functions and lastly exponential functions. So the way it works is parang PEMDAS lang. 'Di ba yung sa PEMDAS pag nagmo-multiply ka or nag-add ka or nag-divide ka ng isang equation, magpo-follow ka sa PEMDAS na parenthesis, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Yung sa ganito naman, ipa-follow mo ang Layat rule na to. Pipiliin mo muna kung may logarithmic function ba, kung may inverse function ba, kung may algebraic, kung may trigo, and lastly, kung may exponential function. Yun yung prioritize mo, na maging u, maging value ng u mo. So for example, let's integrate x e raised to x dx. So ano ang una natin gagawin? So firstly, we will alamin natin kung ano ang magiging value ng u natin, u dv. So using the Liat rule, we can identify that. We have logarithmic, may logarithmic ba? Wala. Inverse, trigo, wala din, di ba? Algebraic, ito may algebraic tayo, which is this x. So this is an algebraic expression. So ito yung magiging u natin. Now our u will be x, and our du will be dx, and our dv, ito naman yung magiging dv natin. dv will be ax e raised to x dx, and our v will be ex only, ex. So using the formula kanina, ito magiging ano na to, uv minus integral of v du. So u times v, x times ex, x times e raised to x minus integral of v du. So v natin is ito, ex, v, and our du is dx. Ito. So ito, pwede na natin tong ma-integrate. Ito, answer na to. Ito naman pwede na natin ma-integrate kung saan. So the final answer will be x raised to ax e raised to x minus yung integral nito is simply just e raised to x. Thus the final answer will be x times e raised to x minus e raised to x plus c. Thus ito yung magiging final answer natin. Now, let's move on to another example. Let's integrate the integral of x ln x dx. So, yung sinabi ko nga kanina na gagamitin natin yung Liat rule para ma-determine yung kung ano ang u natin. So, yung Liat rule is logarithmic, inverse, algebraic, trigo, and exponential. But since we have logarithmic here, we'll use this as the value of our u. So our u is equals ln x, and our du is the derivative of ln x, which is dx over x. And the rest will be our dv. So our dv is x dx. dv equals x dx, and our v will be the power rule. We'll use the power rule here. X 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1, that will be 1/2 x squared. 1/2 x squared. Now gagamitin na natin yung formula na yung ub minus integral of v du. So this will be our value of u is ln x, that will be x squared ln x over 2, and minus the integral of v du. Our v here is 1/2 x squared, and our du is dx over x. So it will be x squared dx over 2x. Now The only thing left we need to do is to integrate this function x squared dx over 2x. Now let's simplify that first. It will be x squared ln x over 2 minus the integral of x squared divided by x will be just x, so thus it will be just x dx over 2. So we can move the 1/2 to the front. We can move that 1/2 to the front. It will be we can actually move the 1/2 to the front. We'll just do this. We'll erase this and move the 1/2 here. There. So we're left with x dx, and the integral of x dx is simply just x squared over 2 times the 1/2 to the front dito. So that will be, the final answer will be x squared ln x over 2 minus the derivative, the integral of x dx is x raised to 2 over 2 times 2, that will be 4 plus c. So this right here will be our final answer to that problem. Now let's do another example. Let's integrate x squared sine x dx. So we'll use the Liat rule to determine the u. Our u will be the x squared. So u equals x squared, and our du will be 2x dx, and our dv will be sin x dx. Dv will be this, and our v, which is the integral of sin x dx, is equals to negative cos x. Now let's substitute this into the formula uv minus integral of v du. So our u, which is x squared, times v, which is negative cos x, will be negative x squared cos x minus the integral of v du. Our v is negative cos x, and our du is 2x dx, so that will be negative 2x cos x dx. But of course we can just move the negative to the outside of the function, then we can make this a positive, so that will be a positive. There. Now, ano na bang gagawin natin dito? So, ang gagawin natin dito is integrate by part uli natin. So, we'll use the 2x, the 2, we put that in the outside, 2, transfer the 2 to the outside, there, and then this x times cos x dx gagamitan ulit natin ng uv minus integral of v du. So our u here will be x for the second time. Our u will be x, u equals x. Our du will be dx, and our dv naman is ang cos x dx. dv equals ito. Tapos yung v natin is equals to sin x. Now let's solve that again. Let's transfer this. Just copy this. The front. This will become negative x squared. This will become negative x squared cos x plus 2 times the uv, or u is x, or v is sin x, that will be x sin x, minus integral of v du, or v is sin x, and our du is dx. So that will be sin x dx. And now we can integrate all of this. Now. So just copy the first one. That will be negative x squared cos x plus 2 times x sin x is 2x sin x, 2x sin x, minus the integral of sin x dx. The integral of sin x dx is equals to negative cos x times negative, that will become positive. Thus it will be positive cos x times 2, that will be 2, positive 2 cos x. And don't forget to add the c, plus c. So now this right here is our final answer for that problem. Thank you so much for watching. I am Romy Vasas III, and this concludes my video tutorial for the basics of integral calculus. I hope you found this helpful and learned something new. Please don't forget to like and share if this video helped you. Good luck and happy integrating.